Welcome, digital card fighters. This is Kyle D from Ride My Avatar, bringing you how to transition from Vanguard Zero into Vanguard IRL. So, with that, you have to know that you can buy product, which is trial decks and booster boxes. So with that, you have to know what you can do and everything like that. But to understand also, Vanguard and IRL is split into two formats. One being standard, second one being premium. So with that, you need to know what you want to do. Premium is all about having all the cards in there. There is no restriction any way, shape, or form. There are ban list cards, but that's about it. Standard is only cards with a B on it. So be paying close attention on it, that the lower left-hand corner has a B symbol on it. That means they are legal in standard. So with the big differences in Vanguard Zero, you know that Zero has, fundamentally, your triggers are grade 3s. Well, in IRL, you have grade 0 triggers, which are a total of 16. Your deck is up to 50 cards this time around instead of 40. Anything else with that, you have to make sure you know what you're doing. Your opening hand is still at 5, which is the same. The difference, though, is second player does not draw another card. So, going second does not net you a free plus with a swing. So, with that, you have to realize that you're not picking up an extra card. And with Vanguard in IRL, when you do your battle phase, you swing, the checks go to your hand. They don't go to the graveyard, nothing like that. No, and let's say a trigger is revealed. Let's say a trigger is revealed and it does not go to the drop zone. It actually goes to your hand. So you have guard value. And again, nifty little fact about cards. Grade 0, grade 1s, and grade 2 all have shield value. So you have an option to, in the middle of combat, place down the card onto the Guardian Circle, which is a little bit new for the people that are coming from Zero to IRL, that allows you to be able to defend the attack, which very much so is very much needed in this kind of game to eliminate the luck factor. So with that, you kind of also need to realize that when you take damage, you do not gain extra you don't gain extra power when you take the damage. Only triggers will produce the damage. So you got to know that from the start. Then our grade 3s are a little sorry, I shouldn't talk about grade 3s. I should talk about grade 2s. Grade 2s have the interceptability, which Vanguard Zero does too. But you don't have to worry about hitting them first. You can just swing at the Vanguard. So again, the grade 2's intercept is only allowing it to move from the front row to the Guardian Circle. So it'll usually normally give 5k guard, so that you don't really lose too much from hand. But there's also other things you have to take into account. That there are cards that allow you to intercept from the back row. Your cards can intercept from the back row and move to the front, and gaining power and shield. So you have to play and remember these effects. So next up, we also have what is called our grade 3s. They all have a new ability called Imaginary Gift, which is split between Excel, Force, and Protect. All of them have their own uniqueness. Protect has 2 gifts markers, so does Force and Excel. Excel, we'll go over Protect first. Protect gives you a PG to hand, but with PGs this time around, just giving you a heads up, I forgot to mention this, was when you discard a PG, play a PG onto Guardian Circle, you have to take a card from your hand and discard it. If you don't do that, you don't pay the cost. So, with that, you have a PG with Protect. Then they have Protect 2, which gives plus 5,000 attack power, but it also gives 1,000 shield. So if you have a grade 2 or cards that say that this card can intercept from this point, and it counts, so you can intercept But, I mean, Protect 2 is nowhere near as powerful as Protect 1, because a PG in hand is stronger than a Intercept. Only a few decks can take advantage of that. We're going to Force 1 and 2 now. Force 1 gains power and it stacks. So it goes from 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. So you gain massive power, and it's not even funny. So, especially being Force clans also have the strongest in power, because they all have base 13 for the grade 3s. Their grade 2s are base 10s. Most of the time, there are some 9Ks, but that's rare and in between. And then you have Force 2, which gives an inherent crit, but it does not a stack. So your unit will always have 2 crit when it swings, which makes it very powerful, but you can guard weaker attacks, you know what I mean? So next you have Excel 1 and 2. Excel 1 gives plus 1,000 and it's an additional circle on the rear. So you can have up to 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks a turn, or even more, depending on what your clan does. Next is Excel 2, which is probably the most broken of the gifts. So Excel 2 gives plus 5k, it's an additional circle, but it also draws you a card. So there are clans that superior ride on top of each other, so you might get 2 cards per turn. But again, drawing cards in this game is fundamentally the strongest thing you can do. So let's go talk about our triggers. So you get 16 of them instead of 13, and they're not grade 3s. So this bringing up your deck totals is very tough to understand. So you need to understand that when you heal, your heal trigger still works the same, your crit triggers still work the same, you still have plenty of things to use, but now you have more guarding option. So that's why you run triggers, because they are mandatory, but they're also very useful. So with that, guys, this is a little glimpse into needing to know for Vanguard going into it. Knowing what clan you want, that's a little more tougher of a subject, and going into premium would be very hard to explain for newcomers, and I don't think that's fair for you guys. I think if you guys want to know more about premium, definitely leave a comment in this video, and I will definitely do a video to explain that. But again, I will catch you in the next one, and remember, leave a like, comment, and subscribe.